report out in the public domain that really demonstrate those industries that need more love in the safety space, more focus in the safety space, but equally industries that we can really go and learn from. Actually, to have that highlighted, and having been a safety professional for 21 years, battling, so many of us battle against, how do we benchmark without it being commercially sensitive? How do we share that data and insight? And here we have this report that not only shows us industries at the top and bottom of maturity, but also starts talking about some of the key things underlying inside that maturity measure.
I think that this report is a great snapshot of the broader safety culture that we're all experiencing. I think it'll help practitioners compare their own experiences and their perceptions from working across different sectors with the data. It might just challenge some of those assumptions and biases regarding their performance.
I think in the first instance, there's a sort of an outside-in effect. So people will read the report, they'll note the insights, and then naturally they'll think about their own organisations and think about, do these insights reflect my organisation from a comparison perspective? In there as well, there'll be some myth busting. To be frank, I think there's a huge focus globally on sort of the traditional compliance paradigm when it comes to health and safety. And there's sort of, I think, some long-held assumptions around what that means from a harm perspective in businesses. And I think some of the data and insight in the report probably will myth bust a little bit of that, and hopefully start to engage more leaders out there, not just health and safety professionals, but actually business leaders around where those opportunities are to really move the dial to improve harm reduction outcomes for workforce.
The Insights report that we're about to release, I think is quite instrumental in the evolution of the safety profession and what the safety community is doing to improve safety outcomes. And I think one of the challenges that the industry has had is lack of data. And yes, there is lag data, and there's a lot of debate and discussion about lag data and how good that is and how useful that is. I think when you combine lag data with leading indicator data, then it tells a completely different story. And I think that's been something that's really been missing to date. And I think for those people looking at this Insights report, there'll be some things in there which will just confirm what you already know, and what your gut and your experience has said, yeah, no, it is that and it is that. But I know from looking at the report that there's so much in there that you'll go, gee, I didn't realise that. And I think that's the real power in this, is unearthing some of that information and facts. Otherwise, you're operating what I think of as a fact-free zone.
So I really hope that reports like this help to influence the prevailing narrative around health and safety. Around that, there's lots of annual reports focused on lag data. There's fatalities, serious industry injuries and incidents, and they're clearly important. But this data analyses a holistic lead indicator. And I hope that helps paint a picture year on year of not only our weaknesses and opportunities for improvement, but also our strengths and our successes.
So I think it's an incredible report, and I think so many of us as professionals are going to say, right, where are we learning from? What are our key problem areas? And what insight can we take from this? And what are our maturity hotspots? Where do we really dig? When we say we want to be more mature, this actually tells us as a report what parts of our, I think it's 82 elements, could we really dig into and make a difference?